You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Weird Science Comics YouTube channel, where I'm going to be reviewing the free Comic Book Day 2023 Dawn of DC Night Terrors #1. Quite a title there, written by Joshua Williamson with art by Chris Botchwell and Howard Porter. Now, Night Terrors with a K is fast approaching, and I know I'm not the only one who's nervous about getting another DC event, especially one from Joshua Williamson. I mean, it makes sense that it's happening in July and August, the spookiest months of the year, but it's also happening when DC should be ramping up the hype around its Dawn of DC initiative, not put a 2-month halt to it. I really hope it doesn't end up being a jumping off point for people, because I have been enjoying some of the new Dawn of DC stuff so far. With that said, Free Comic Book Day gives readers their first glimpse at Night Terrors, and while it's just a little preview, it's not bad. But I'm not sure there's enough here to change your mind either way about the upcoming event. But let's see what it's all about after I ask everybody to subscribe to the channel, like the video, enable the notifications, and let me know what you thought of this Night Terrors preview that was put out for Free Comic Book Day. This preview is all about Damian Wayne, and I think that is a cool play. The little guy has been through a lot in the last 3 years, and the story really plays up on that. After him and Batman take down Firefly and Killer Moth, he heads to bed and does what everybody does, right? Uses his dreams to process that day's events. Now, seriously, this wouldn't have worked with a lot of other characters, but it does work great with Damian. Fans that hate him probably think, oh my God, look at this try-hard. He's a miserable brat who can never relax. And while the people who love him will probably agree with that, but that's why they end up loving him. But that's the deal. For all the things I think Joshua Williamson has fumbled at DC, I do think that he is one of the few writers that actually gets Damian and has avoided the usual surface level stuff that so many writers hinge on, when instead he actually has developed and involved the character, especially in these last couple of years in the Robin solo book and all the other things that he's done. Back to the story, though, here, Damian quickly realizes that his dream is a little different than usual, but he is trying to figure out what is going on. He sees he's on Lazarus Island and thinks, okay, that's myself reminding me I should get a hold of Connor Hawke and Flatline. He sees Batman and Talia together. Okay, I kind of wish that my parents could work things out and get back together, but then things go sideways. And while I would think that his mind would quickly run down who could be attacking him in his dreams, he does realize that this isn't his dream, and in fact appears to be a collective dream of various heroes and villains in the DCU. While that's going on, an omnipotent voice taunts him, tells him that Batman and his friends are the real monsters who hid something from them, and it's a cool mystery to set up what will be the overall story of Night Terrors with a K. But we will have to wait and see how that progresses. Now, the issue itself continues with Damian waking up, telling Batman, oh my God, you'll never guess this dream. I ended up seeing these crazy eyeballs looking at me. They ended up saying that you and your friends were the bad people. And really, when I was reading that, I thought, boy, the dialogue suddenly is so off for both Damian and Batman. What's going on? Until we see the dream never ended. It's like the call is coming from inside the house kind of moment. It does elevate things, and I thought it was a clever way that it seems Joshua Williamson is playing this, where it seems like things are kind of out of character, but they are, because they're still in the dream. Finally, Damian is able to will himself awake, and the preview ends with Batman wanting his son to relax a little, and Damian kind of being the obnoxious brat that he is and says, oh, it was just a dream. But you know that he's kind of taking a side note of this. This is something that he's not just going to forget. I think that this is going to be where he looks into it himself. And as a side note through all of this, I do love Damian. I really do. But like I said earlier, I don't think there's enough here to convince those who are already written off Night Terrors. The people who aren't going to read it, I don't think this will convince you otherwise. And I don't know, even for those who are on the fence, I think it doesn't do enough. Maybe you'll still be, well, I'll wait and see what people are saying about it and things like that. I didn't get through this thinking to myself, oh man, this is going to convince so many people that they have to get involved in this. I just kind of thought, yeah, it's there. It doesn't discourage you if you already were thinking you were going to get it, or even so. It's nothing that is so negative that you think, okay, this is going to be complete and utter bullcrap. Just think it's just a preview and it's there. It looks great, though. Thanks to Bocciolo and Porter on art. The fight scenes are really good. It has that horror feel to it. And for someone like me who's already committed, maybe unfortunately, to reading and reviewing every damn issue of this event, I still have the same opinion. I think that people who are even slightly interested should check out the main book. And if they like that, maybe add some of the tie-ins from writers you like or trust and just kind of go that route. If you end up reading the first couple issues in the main book, you don't like it, then you just call it a day and see in September when the regular books all come back. But this is okay. And because of that, and because of the good art, I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but like I said, it doesn't discourage you, but I don't think it's going to make people change their minds if they've already made up their minds on the whole Night Terrors with a K. Remember, spookiest months of the year, July and August. So with that, I'm still very worried that a 2-month shutdown of most of the regular ongoing books, even in the spookiest months, might end up being a jumping off point, actually, for people, and not a jumping on point. But hopefully, I don't know, hopefully we'll come out of it okay, and then we'll get to some pretty cool books in September and October with a bunch of things already being announced because of that. So with that, thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought of this whole Night Terrors if you got a hold of the Free Comic Book Day issue. Tell me what you thought. Maybe it is changing some people's minds either way, positive or negative, but let me know about that in the comments below. But thanks, everybody, and I'll talk to you all later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.